Come Presidente.
As President, as a citizen, as a journalist, I wish to express my indignation at the brutal assassination of Daphne Caruana Galizia. She was a courageous woman, an outstanding journalist. She really understood the meaning of that profession to investigate, discover the truth, the facts, without fear or favour. And she was not afraid to do her work to the full, in all conscience. In the 30 years of career, she never lost her spirit of commitment. She stood upright. She only was only answerable to her readers. They were the people to whom she was accountable. And in that spirit, she published more than 20,000 articles denouncing abuses of power, instances of corruption and maladministration, misgovernance. As a true journalist, she was in the front line of defending our values. Only thanks to a free and independent press are we able to stand up in defence of democracy, rule of law and freedom of expression. And all those fundamental rights upon which the construction of Europe and our very civilization is predicated on. Our union is far more than a economic entity, financial entity. In fact, it represents the dignity of the individual. To stand up for that every day inside this union and out with it, we have to stand up for the independence of the press. I'm proud of this Parliament, which has always firmly backed that approach. Daphne's murder must not remain unpunished. We need credibility to be able to support journalists around the world. And how can we do that if we can't ensure justice here at home? I hope that the Maltese authorities will spare no effort to get to the bottom of this crime, and they must leave no stone unturned, and they must bring in Europol, if necessary, in an international investigation where all police forces are able to make an appropriate contribution to ensure that the perpetrators are apprehended and brought to justice. And that international involvement is what I called for at the last meeting of heads of state and government of the European Union. The example Daphne has set us must never be forgotten. And for that reason, yesterday evening, the Bureau decided that Daphne Caruana Galizia's name would be emblazoned over the press room here in Strasburg. We have with us her family in the gallery, her husband, her 3 children. And I wish to say to them that we stand alongside them, along with the thousands of Maltese who demonstrated in the streets and expressed support as well. And we're also talking about the thousands of European citizens who share that approach.
Loved your emblazonment.
That applause, dear family members of Daphne, that applause constitutes a very clear message. The European Parliament will not ever turn aside from concerning ourselves with the murder of your mother, your spouse, your loved one, until the truth is revealed. And we will not remain silent. We must see the perpetrators of this murder brought to justice. And I'd like all of you now to rise as a mark of respect for that lady. We will now observe a minute's silence in memory of Daphne Caruana Galizia.
Herr Kollege Korwin-Mikke zum
Mr.